I believe the next price prediction is actually pretty crazy and far-fetched. But hear me out. Hi guys, I'm glad you're tuning in with me today. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. And in this video, I want to share with you some Ethereum 2.0 price predictions based on fundamentals and technical analysis. I unfortunately do not own a crystal ball. No one can predict what is going to happen in the future. With that said, this video contains a considerable amount of hopium and should not be taken as financial advice. If you've never heard of Ethereum, let's start with a short introduction. Ethereum is the second biggest cryptocurrency based on market capitalization right after Bitcoin. Even though Ethereum is also built on blockchain technology like Bitcoin, it has a much wider capability and also supports its own programming language, Solidity. Ethereum is a programmable blockchain. It's a decentralized open source blockchain protocol that offers smart contract functionality and allows users to build and deploy decentralized application, also known as dApps. Before investing in Ethereum, it's very important to have a broader view of the previous price moves. From March 2017 until January 2018, ETH experienced a massive uptrend. In March 2017, the ETH price was at $10, and in January 2018, the ETH price was valued at $1,396, so an incredible 1000% increase. In the last 2 years, the lowest price for ETH was $85. However, the price has recovered from those lows. I think it's very important that we look at some fundamentals, some internal and external factors that will influence the Ethereum price in the coming years. Ethereum is one of the leading platforms for smart contracts, and it will go through a major transition from proof of work to proof of stake with the Ethereum 2.0 Serenity upgrade, which starts with the phase 0 upgrade. And that will allow people to stake their Ether on the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain and earn staking rewards from 5% to 15%. And this will probably spark very high demand for Ether because people want to earn a good staking reward and return on investment on the Ether that they're holding for a longer period of time. The DeFi sector has recorded an incredible 800% growth during the last year, and the market capitalization of the whole sector has increased by $1 billion within just 2 months and now has exceeded the $2 billion mark in the first days of summer. Bitcoin also offers a lot of bullish reasons for Ethereum's growth in the future. The correlation of BTC and ETH is at 0.82, and that's the highest correlation of digital assets. That means should BTC reach a much higher price, then ETH will follow suit just based on this correlation. What is also very interesting is as Bitcoin is becoming more and more mature in the market, a lot more institutional investors are entering, and they don't only want to buy one asset, they want to diversify their portfolio. And this is seen especially with the Grayscale investment fund. Nearly 38% of institutional clients of Grayscale, which is one of the biggest crypto management companies, are currently holding more than one cryptocurrency. Furthermore, they have purchased nearly $110 million worth of ETH during the past year. Two of the biggest problems at the moment in the Ethereum blockchain are fees and scalability, and hopefully Ethereum 2.0 is going to resolve that, as well as layer 2 scaling solutions. The switch from proof of work to proof of stake is going to bring a lot of changes in terms of ETH issuance per year. At the moment, the rate at which ETH is issued every year is 4.8%. The Ethereum 2.0 issuance is going to be a lot lower. It's going to be at around 0.62% per year. And if you add that with the 4.8%, you're going to have around 5 point something percent per year at the beginning. As soon as Ethereum 1.0 gets integrated into Ethereum 2.0, Ethereum 1.0 won't be issuing these 4.8% every year, as miners won't need to be paid. That would mean that with the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain, the amount of ETH that is created every year would be reduced to a mere 0.4 to 1.2%. That can be compared to 2 Bitcoin halving events happening at the same time. There's another upgrade that's going to dramatically change the ETH issuance per year. Ethereum Improvement Proposal 1559 or EIP 1559, and the goal of this proposal is to simplify the fee markets by replacing the current fee price structure with an auction model. And this is where users regularly overpay on fees, with one that includes a base fee plus a tip for the miner, or validators that includes the transactions in a block. And here's the important part: the base fee will be burned, making the ETH for everyone more valuable, and miners or validators would only receive the tip. By burning a large part of the ETH transaction fee, that means that the net issuance of ETH per year is going to be a lot lower. The estimates is that this issuance rate is going to be around 0.2% per year. Let's start with the first price prediction, and this is based on the Ichimoku cloud. So the Ichimoku Kinko, also known as the Ichimoku cloud, roughly translates to one glance equilibrium chart, and it's a trend identification system which consists of 6 different parts. I won't be explaining in detail how it actually works, but one important aspect is the cloud. When the price is above the cloud, then it's bullish, and when the price is under the cloud, it's bearish. However, very often when the price enters the cloud, there's an edge-to-edge trade. I currently have the Ethereum USD price open on TradingView. I have the weekly time frame, and I've got the Ichimoku cloud indicator on my chart. And here the Ethereum price has closed within the Ichimoku cloud, and I expect with a high probability that until the end of the year we see a edge-to-edge trade happening from this edge to the other edge, which is $747, which would mean a 223% increase from the current price. Let's have a look at how Ethereum would be valued if it were valued as a fiat payment and fintech platform. The one thing is certain: Ethereum is becoming a haven for fiat payment platforms thanks to the amount of stablecoins that are on top of it. It's only a matter of time for fiat on the blockchain to become the dominant force in payments. If you take the current combined market cap for all payment providers, old and new, it's at around $1 trillion. So Ethereum, the fastest growing payment platform with the most stablecoins on it, manages to capture 10% of this $1 trillion market cap of legacy payment providers. Then that would place Ethereum at a market cap of $100 billion, and the price per coin would be $1,000 at least. And I believe that's possible in the next 1 to 2 years at the latest. Since the start of 2019 and into 2020, Ethereum has been forming a massive ascending triangle pattern. These patterns typically break up with a high level of probability, and the completion of the pattern will push Ethereum to revisit the $1,000 price levels to as high as $1,200. I believe the next price prediction is actually pretty crazy and far-fetched, but hear me out. If you've been enjoying the video until now, make sure to leave a like. It's free, it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it also helps other people find this type of videos. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to hit the red subscribe button, as I'll be releasing a lot more videos in the next few weeks, and I'm sure you won't want to miss them. With that said, let's jump right back into the video. Ethereum has been trading within a massive channel for the last few years, and after touching the bottom recently, it began its new bull trend and broke out of the downtrend resistance, and this was an immediate 100% rally. However, this is just the start of Ethereum's recovery. If Ethereum manages to break through the $350 resistance, then it will manage to build up a lot of buy pressure, and this will create a powerful surge upwards. The last time Ethereum did this, it managed to rise 8,000%. A similar rally would take Ethereum to as high as $35,000 during the next peak, which could be at the end of 2021 or 2022. I realize this is very, very far-fetched price prediction. People also thought that $10,000 Bitcoin was far-fetched, and people also thought that $20,000 Bitcoin was far-fetched. Imagine the following scenario, that 5% of the world's nominal GDP is stored in blockchain technology, and that could be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other different cryptocurrencies. And 5% of 91 trillion is $4.55 trillion, complete cryptocurrency market capitalization. I know it's mind-blowing, but it's in the realm of possibilities. To continue this prediction, let's assume that BTC has 25% of this market cap, ETH has 25% of this market cap, and the rest, the other 50%, is spread among many different other cryptocurrencies. That would mean that BTC and ETH each have the same market cap, and that would be $1.1375 trillion. So with such a market cap and with 18 million coins, that would place BTC at $61,900 per coin, or 2,200% increase from the current price. Now you might be wondering how much Ether is going to be with a $1.1375 trillion market cap. And it's a little bit more complicated due to the issuance model of Ether. I'm going to be using 115 million ETH as circulating supply, and that's taking into account the issuance rate. And if we take the 1.1375 trillion and divide that by 115 million ETH, that would put the coin at $9,900, which is a 4,500% increase from the current price. I'd like to share with you this really interesting logarithmic regression of the Ethereum price by Benjamin Cohen. And I think it's very interesting because it places the highs and lows on these regression bands. And if you take the regression lines, it places the price of Ethereum, if it continues with the yellow band, at $46,000, which is a crazy number. If you follow along with the black band, you've got 27,000. With the blue band, you would have $15,000. And with this green band, you would have $9,000, the beginning of 2023. So Benjamin Cohen does state it's not very clear which regression lines the Ethereum price will follow during the next mania phase. If you look at the Bitcoin logarithmic regression, at the highs, it doesn't always follow the same lines. The more the coin matures, the lower the line it would touch during the mania phase, and that means also lower volatility. So it's possible that during the next bull run that the Ethereum price only maybe reaches this black line, or maybe only the blue line. So the black line would be the $27,000 mark, which is in its own crazy price estimation. And if it also just reaches the blue line or the green line, would also be pretty good. So the blue line would be $15,000 and the green line would be at $9,000 at the beginning of 2023. I think it's important to remember that these price predictions are not here to create FOMO, but it's much more of an incentive to encourage you to hodl your coins, keep them stored up in a location, maybe remove them from centralized exchanges to prevent you from panic selling. That was it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed the insights and price predictions. If you've got a price prediction you'd like to share, then leave it in the comments down below. With that said, I wish you a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.